Press record button.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Vashawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC, and we are back with Safari Part 3. And this is all about using VoiceOver with Safari. So, we're not going to do a lot with the interface of Safari until Part 4. But, here's what we got. VoiceOver Utility under Web. And we're going to activate that. What is that key command? Tell me. If you don't know, you need to take one of our courses.
VoiceOver Utility. VoiceOver Utility. Window. Built-in output. Output device. Pop-up button.
All right. And so we don't need sound. What we need to do is go to the table and go to Web.
Toolbar. Mute sound effect. Utility categories. Table. And visuals. Command. Braille. Activities. Sound. Web.
And I could have just pressed W. But anyway. All right. So we're going to go over this fairly quickly. There's not a lot. And it's fairly simple, and it's the way I teach everybody and have been teaching them for years, which is enable everything except for stuff that you know you don't use and don't want, and have everything else enabled. So under Web, VoiceOver Utility, we're going to stop interacting.
Out of navigation. Selected. Tab. 1 of 3.
First thing that we come across is navigating. How do you want to navigate the website? Now, I do a lot of web testing, and I'll let you know right now, the only navigation that I use is DOM navigation. I can tell you that right now, and I'll tell you why I don't use grouping navigation. It's very simple. So anyway, the first one of 3 tabs is
General. Navigate web pages by.
Navigate web pages by.
DOM order. Navigate web pages by. Selected. Radio button. 1 of 2.
Notice that's selected. The next one,
grouping items. Navigate web pages by. Radio button. 2 of 2
is grouping, right? All right. So DOM navigation is a web page that is presented the way the author of the web page intended. Basic navigation: left, right, up, down. Grouping navigation takes things and groups them in, particular buckets or areas. I don't like it. I want to visualize, navigate a website just as it was intended. That's the reason why. But that is an option for you. Check it out. And my advice here, what I tell people, because I'm not the type of instructor to say do as I do and don't do anything else. Take a web page that you're familiar with, check it out in DOM navigation, navigate that same web page in grouping, see how you like it. Continue to do that. That's a text message come through. Forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, Leslie. Love you.
When navigating web tables.
When navigating web tables.
Group items within when navigating web tables. Unchecked. Checkbox.
I don't like the group items. I want the table to be presented as normal. I don't like grouping. Grouping is that Windows thing where they try to make it, blind friendly, but it's goofy. Okay, but we have it in there for those that are used to it, and they say, well, I'm used to Charles. Whatever.
Speak column and row numbers. Checkbox.
Speak column and row numbers. I like that. I use numbers like, Excel, but numbers. And I'm used to having my columns and my rows spoken to me. So that's something that I check. You can uncheck it. Guess what? It just won't read them to you. No.
Navigate images.
Navigate images.
With descriptions. Navigate images. Pop-up button.
I navigate images with descriptions. Why do I navigate images with description? Because a lot of times links are presented as images. And I don't like that. Because remember, I'm testing for accessibility. And if the link is an image, that's not an accessible item. And so that's the reason why I only navigate the images that have descriptions. So yeah, there you go. Now some other options here.
Menu check always.
You can always navigate. Sometimes I check that when I'm not. Well, I'll tell you what, between these two are the two that I use always and only with descriptions. If I'm testing for accessibility or I want to make sure that everything is accessible, I'll use with description. Otherwise, always, and I'll see what other things that are there that don't have descriptions that isn't accessible. All that great stuff. So,
with descriptions. Enable live regions. Checkbox.
All right. Labeling live regions is something that I always check. What a live region is you have a web page that is normal things on it, and then you have a section which is a live region that updates on its own without having to refresh the page. And some things that work well with that is like stocks. You might be focused on a particular stock on a page, right? Cool. And then what you'll have is something that is being updated, every 10 minutes, and you want to keep track of that, and you want to stay on the page. So it's almost like setting a hotspot, but for Safari. If you don't know what a hotspot is, I might want to look at one of our courses.
Always allow keyboard commands to navigate websites. Checkbox.
Always allow keyboard commands to navigate websites. I like this because quickly jumping from one form element to the other. Don't really have time to be going through every word, and I might just automatically know I'm looking for the submit button. So I'll press the letter B and jump down. I'll press the letter F if I'm looking for a form field. I'll press the letter L if I'm looking for a particular link or a visited link. I'll press V, and that's the reason why you would use
Enable always allow keyboard commands to navigate websites. Checkbox. Help button.
Then you got proverbial help going to the top.
Toolbar. Utility navigation selected. Tab 1 of 3. General tab 2 of 3.
All right, we got general.
Tab general. Web Rotor when loading a new web page.
When loading a new web page, I don't use a lot of this. What I do have that's not selected.
Speak web page summary when loading a new web page. Unchecked. Checkbox.
Now, accessibility testing. We're big on it. If I want to know exactly what's on this web page when I open it, so it'll say, something to the effect of you have 5 buttons, 6 form fields, 7 elephants, whatever, no elephants. But I don't want all that as the page is loading. I don't need that much information.
Automatically speak the web page when loading a new web page. Unchecked. Checkbox.
Automatically speak the web page when loading a new web page. Just extra chatter for me. But it will tell you loading da-da-da-da-da.
While a web page loads. Speak progress. While a web page loads. Pop-up button.
All right. While a web page loads, speak progress. I like that just so I know I'm not waiting. It'll say, and I got a super fast internet, so the progress will be, 1%, 100%. But it just kind of lets me know. It makes me think that I'm going super fast on the World Wide Web. Speak progress.
Help button.
And then there's help. Now.
Toolbar. Utility nav general. Select web rotor. Tab 3 of 3.
The web rotor.
Tab web rotor.
All right. All the different things that you can flip through on a website is in the rotor. And I told you in the beginning, we're going to make this thing super simple. There's a table. I check every single box. Why? Because I want to know exactly which options on a website is accessible to me. So I can either now take you through all those things, or you can just trust that every single box.
Select a checkbox to enable or disable an item. To reorder the items, use command up arrow and command down arrow.
All right, command up arrow, command down arrow, that just changes it, and I'll show you that once we get into part 4. This table.
Item order, table, row 1 of 19, item order headings, checkbox selected.
All right, so it's 19 items with the web rotor. All of them are checked, so we got 19 things that we can possibly flip through on any given website, on any given Sunday, or any given day. So enable these things and look out for part 4. If any of this did not make sense, slow down the video and listen to it slowly. If it still doesn't make sense, send us an email, excellence@fedoraoutlier.com. Give us a shout. We'll help you out. And remember, if there's anything that you want to learn, any courses, anything like that, then reach out to us. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:19 a.m.
Okay, because, you was bonking like you wanted to tell me something. All right, so listen, y'all.
Ecom live.
There you go there. Let's change the world. Let's change the world together. And let's surf the web while doing it.
End record.